King's Indian defense. Let's fianchetto to castle, d6 to prevent e5, castle or king, develop our knight, and break in the center of the board. Now that he plays d5, I like to play c6 to try to open the position, and if they don't take, I take. He took with the knight. Let's just trade here, and now I'm able to play knight c5, gaining a tempo on his bishop, which he decided not to move, and now I'm able to take, and just like that I have the two bishops. Now in the King's Indian, it's very important that we play f5 to start some attack. Castling on the queen side, that's a suicidal move. But let's start by playing queen a5, starting our attack on the pawn. He moves over his king, and I'll simply move my bishop to connect my rooks. Okay, he got his rook on the open file. I like this move, bishop to b5. It hits his queen. He also has to be careful not to lose his knight. Queen all the way back to d1. Now I'm able to make use of this open file. Okay, knight c3 attacks my bishop. Not trying to lose that bishop, so let's pull it back to b5. And I want to move my pawns up to attack his king. He moves his queen. Let's start rolling our pawns. He moves his knight out the way. Let's keep rolling our pawns. I'm trying to develop some attack, but it looks as if he's trying to get to the endgame. b3 was a weird move. My issue here is my bishop is actually bad. Okay, let me move my queen, see if I can roll this pawn up the board. Okay, let's start rolling the pawn. Now we're in an endgame, so the whole plan changes. Now the whole plan is to start attacking pawns. So I need to find some pawns to target. He pulls his knight back, and let's go queen f1, targeting this pawn. He guards it, and do I want to trade queens? I don't want to trade queens, so let's go here, targeting more pawns. And then I'm actually going to take here, so that way his e pawn becomes a weakness, and I'll put my bishop on this long diagonal. I still have a bad bishop that I need to solve. Let me play h6 first, so that way my king could run just in case. h4 was played. I need to attack this pawn. Okay, let's pull the bishop back, see if I can do something. Okay, and then he plays b3, blundering the pawn. It happened, and I'm going to win 2 pawns now. Now my bishop will also get in the game. Poor guy. Let's grab the second pawn. He moves his bishop to attack my pawn. I'm going to put my bishop on the same line as his king, so he has to be careful. I'm not going to en passant. Let's just push. That's a check. We're in the end game, so we're also trying to roll our pass pawns. So let's start by going here. I'm going to start rolling the pawn up the board. He guards the knight. Let's give a check here. If he takes, I have a very strong pass pawn here, so he has to be careful. Queen here will also lead to some checkmate. Surprise, he's not resigning, but it will come very soon. I'm threatening this, I'm threatening, and he resigns. Hit subscribe for more.